Welcome to 80scomics.com. Let's take a break from G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Conan and dive into the universe of the Micronauts. The New Voyages from November 1984. This is issue number 2. Like the second part of a two-parter where they reboot this franchise that dates back to the 70s. And the Micronauts are better known for their toys, for the series of toys and action figures than they are the comics. But I was looking for a really weird science fiction comic, and I found it. This is it. It's cheap, too. Hey, look, an ad for Mario Brothers played the correct way on Atari. My favorite version. My favorite Nintendo game. I grew up with that on Atari 2600. Still love it. Still have it. Life cycles! Here are the Micronauts. Bunch of weirdos. And they're in this bizarre universe. The artwork, I think, complements the writing, because the writing is really weird, and the artwork is it's got some really heavy inks. It's kind of jarring. The storyboarding is a little bit weird, but it took me a while to get into it. Then I fell in love with it. I think I just thoroughly enjoyed this issue and immediately had to read issue 3 afterwards. And I'm like waiting to read issue 4 now. And I got some interesting characters, not characters I'm familiar with. So this is actually a lot of fun for me to dive into a new series that I don't know like everything about. And I don't know who this bug guy is, but he keeps saying tick. And as far as I'm concerned, every time he says tick, what he's really saying is fucking. And if you say that while reading the dialogue, it's great. You can't run out on fucking Huntar. He's one of us. I'm not fucking sure, but this journey to the Maker's stuff sure sounds like a fucking metaphor for dying. Tell me I'm not right. That's exactly how the writers were putting this together. Dog agrees with me. So the Micronauts appear to be on some kind of fantastic space adventure where they inadvertently hitched a ride onto some kind of huge weird-ass alien thing that's flying through the universe to find death while dispensing eggs. So it kind of sounds like the Meta Barons to me in that respect. I just like the art style on this one. It's just so... It's so 70s, or at least early 80s, which of course I approve of. And here we have Huntar, who ends up getting mutated, and in the end he kind of looks like a combination of Groot, the poop emoji, and the Queen Alien from Aliens. I think the artist had a lot of fun. Oh, here we go. Give Your Love a Diamond from the Micronauts New Voyages comic book. I wonder if that's still good. I think the artist had a good time drawing her. I love the Farrah Fawcett hair. Really, I love everything about this book. It's exactly what I was looking for. Just something weird and unexpected, and I found it. And honestly, I highly recommend it. For $1, this is worth every penny. This might even be worth $1.15. It's definitely worth 60 cents. The Micronauts, and I'll see you soon with a review of Micronauts issue number 3, which, by the way, does not disappoint. In fact, it gets even weirder, and I think more imaginative. It's a very imaginative series, and I appreciate that. Micronauts, The New Voyages. You'll be seeing more of this here on 80scomics.com because I bought a whole pile of them. For next to nothing, too. They're great. So is that game. Micronauts!